you thought about moving to New York City? Or perhaps, are you already planning to do so? If that's the case, then this video is for you. Hey everyone, my name is Evangelista, and I am a real estate broker right here in the New York City tri-state area. I make educational content and sometimes goofy videos. Check out my YouTube shorts for that. I lead the RSP team in serving clients across the New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut tri-state markets. And in this video, I'll be guiding you through the top 5 mistakes that I personally see people often make when moving to my home turf here in the Big Apple. Whether you're a longtime resident or a newcomer to the New York City area, there's always something to learn about navigating the concrete jungle. And in this video, we'll talk about my 5 key takeaways from living here. Let's get to it. Mistake number 1. Thinking you need to live in the heart of Manhattan. Moving to New York City can be an exhilarating experience, but one common misconception is that you have to live in the heart of Manhattan to truly embrace the New York City lifestyle. This notion can lead to some costly and very frustrating mistakes. For starters, living in the heart of Manhattan, like Midtown or the financial district, often means paying top dollar for a relatively smaller apartment. The cost to buy or rent in these areas is significantly higher compared to the outer boroughs. Those with a strong financial position may find the convenience afforded to them by this central location to be well worth the money. But others just starting on their journey, just starting their careers, might find themselves crammed into a tiny space and constantly struggling to make ends meet. And while the idea of being in the center of it all may sound appealing, and it can definitely be so, it comes with a downside, and that is constant noise. On top of that, overwhelming crowds. Midtown, for instance, is jam-packed 24/7, which can make it hard to find peace and quiet, especially if you are new to the area and are not used to it. If you choose to move to Midtown Manhattan, the key is to find an apartment high up in a well-insulated building, like a new skyrise, for example, or if you're going for the more classy architectural looks, in a not-so-busy side street, like a nice brownstone, for example. And if you are set on moving to Manhattan, don't sleep on the unique cultural experiences that the other Manhattan neighborhoods have to offer. Don't just stick to Midtown or the financial district. Look around. Remember, Manhattan is roughly 13 miles long and just 2 miles wide. Combine that with the abundance of readily available public transportation, Ubers, and cab drivers, and you'll have easy access to anywhere you need to go on the island in a breeze, regardless of which neighborhood you choose to call home. New York City is a patchwork of diverse communities, each with its own charm. Staying solely in the heart of Manhattan, Midtown or financial district, for example, can limit your exposure to the vibrant cultures and traditions found throughout the borough and into the other boroughs. Take a look at Brooklyn, Queens, or the Bronx. Want a few examples? Check out Astoria in Queens. Likewise, you'll be pleasantly surprised by the local food scene, cultural events, and the sense of community out in Long Island City, which is just one stop away from Midtown Manhattan in the subway. LIC offers astonishing New York City skyline views and offers quick and convenient ferry service to a vast number of destinations in the city and the other boroughs. And the ferry is amazing. Side note, if you have not taken the New York City ferry, you'll definitely want to. The ferry is an awesome way to not just travel between locations, but an awesome way to sightsee. You'll get the most amazing experience with some amazing sights for a fraction of the cost. Mistake number 2, waiting long hours for brunch. New York City is renowned for its brunch scene, offering a plethora of options for those seeking a delicious weekend meal. However, one common mistake that newcomers often make is underestimating the wait times at popular brunch spots. New Yorkers love their brunch, and many of the city's trendy spots can draw substantial crowds, resulting in long wait times, and I mean hours. Waiting for hours for your Eggs Benedict or avocado toast can be incredibly frustrating, especially if you're eager to start your day. Spending hours in line at a crowded brunch spot means missing out on other exciting activities that the city has to offer. And as we know, New York City is a treasure trove of cultural events, art galleries, parks, and hidden gems. While you're stuck in line, you're missing out on exploring your new backyard. Keep in mind that, ironically, some of the best brunch places in the city are not necessarily the most famous or crowded. The allure of Instagram-worthy brunch spots may overshadow smaller, less crowded eateries that offer equally delicious and sometimes even better food. If you have lived or visited the city before, I'm curious to know, what are some of your favorite hidden spots? Let me know in the comments. Mistake number 3, living above a bar or popular restaurant. The idea of living above a lively bar or restaurant might seem romantic or reminiscent of TV sitcoms, but the reality is this: it's often far from the amusing scenarios depicted on screen. Living above or near a bar or restaurant typically means you'll have to deal with the constant noise, especially during nighttime and weekends. Loud people chatting, music thumping, and sometimes even rowdy behavior can make it nearly impossible to enjoy a peaceful and restful night's sleep. The constant noise can significantly impact the quality of life. You might find yourself sleep deprived, stressed, and increasingly irritable, leading to a less enjoyable living experience. If you're living near a bar, you might find yourself on a first-name basis with the local authorities due to the frequent noise complaints. The frustration of repeatedly contacting the police or your landlord can become a time-consuming and exhausting endeavor. All this is before we even consider the effect that living above a bar or restaurant can have on your privacy. You might feel like you're constantly on display, with bar goers occasionally looking up at your windows, or in some cases, spotting the front door to your building as you enter or exit. This lack of privacy can make you feel uncomfortable in your own space. Mistake number 4, not understanding the difference between a local and an express train. Navigating New York City's vast subway systems can be a daunting experience for newcomers, especially if they are not familiar with the differences between local and express trains. Not all trains are alike, even if they're the same name or number. Local trains stop at every station along a particular route, making more frequent stops, while express trains skip certain stations, providing a faster route to your destination. Not understanding the difference between these two can often lead to unintended and sometimes lengthy detours. If you hop on a train without realizing whether it's local or express, even though it may be the same letter or number train that you were told to take, you might find yourself on your way to a new destination, far beyond your intended stop. Ask any New Yorker and they will let you know it's something that has happened to all of us at one point or another. This can be particularly frustrating that you suddenly realize that you've missed your stop and have no way to get off the train until it reaches the end of the line. It happens. Be careful. Misunderstanding local and express routes can lead to wasted time and frustration. You may be running late for an appointment or a meeting, and getting on the wrong train can make the situation worse. For those with an unlimited ride metro car, getting on the wrong train might not seem like a big deal. However, for those who rely on pay-per-ride cards, the extra distance traveled can add up, especially if you're not able to get to a location where you can transfer over and thus incurring additional costs to get back. This adds not just time, but wasted money, which leads to tip 4.5. Get an unlimited metro card. You'll thank me. Lastly, mistake number 5, taking too many cab rides and not walking enough. New York City's iconic yellow taxis and our large abundance of Ubers are a convenient way to get around the city, but relying on them too heavily can lead to missed opportunities and a more isolated experience. I cannot stress this enough. Taking taxis everywhere may mean missing out on the charm and surprises that New York City has to offer on foot. The city is a tapestry of neighborhoods, as we earlier discussed in this video, each with its unique character, and walking allows you to stumble upon the hidden gems they have to offer, like street art, amazing food, trendy bakeries and coffee shops, all things you might miss if you're not walking around. There are approximately 220,000 local businesses in New York City, of which 98% are considered small businesses. Take the opportunity to walk around down a new street every day, and you'll never run out of new places to see and explore. New York City is a remarkably walkable city, and choosing to explore it on foot offers a unique opportunity to stay active and connect with the urban environment. Walking gives you a chance to observe the daily life of the city, interact with the people, and experience the vibrant street culture. And while I just talked about 5 mistakes today, there are plenty of others. In fact, what mistakes can you think of? Let me know your thoughts. If you enjoyed this video or found value in this content, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel for more New York City insights, and let me know in the comments if you have any questions or topics that you'd like for me to cover in future videos. Until next time, I'm Its.Aneury, signing off.